Hello, it's Lorna Wagner, Programme Manager for Careers and Outreach for Maritime UK, and this is your weekly update on what's been going on with the programme. A couple of weeks ago, we were preparing madly for a whole slew of virtual careers fairs. You'll be pleased to hear, I'm sure, that I spoke to 455 children that week, plus a minimum of 455 children about maritime careers. So those children that maybe have never thought about the sector before as a careers option. It was a very busy week, but it fills me with great joy to be answering questions from young people who are genuinely interested to find out more about this sector that beforehand was a complete unknown to them. So that was super. Last week, the highlights included a CPD session that we delivered, the Careers Task Force delivered for careers professionals. So that's a new group of careers professionals that hadn't heard that information before. It was very much a general session, general sector session, but we talked about the more industry specific sessions that are in the pipeline for the rest of this academic year and more coming up for next year. And pleasingly afterwards there was a number of bookings onto those subsequent sessions. We had a welcome onboarding session for industry ambassadors, and that was terrific. Again, huge amounts of collaboration, willingness, positivity about what we're trying to do in sharing our story with schools and colleges. So that went extremely well, and I'm very grateful for the support that I had in delivering that session. I had an interesting meeting with Border Force last week who were talking to me about how they recruit and what their entry requirements are and so on, and how their role is a little misunderstood, that it's kind of one-dimensional part of their wider role that seems to get the media coverage. So we're looking at developing a workboats CPD session, which will include Border Force talking about their organisation for the next academic year. And then on Friday, two really interesting meetings, one with the 1851 Trust, and we were talking about doing something together in London International Shipping Week at the Southampton Boat Show. So lots of partnership working going on there, and then a terrific meeting with a representative of Vestas on the Isle of Wight, talking about their organisation and learning a bit more about them and making plans for working together in future. So that was really good. This week I'm talking to two different universities. Both Solent and Hull universities have asked me to talk to their wider careers teams about the maritime sector, so that they are better informed for supporting their students, which is super. We've also got quite an important meeting tomorrow afternoon. Weymouth College in Dorset are looking at their curriculum and assessing and making plans to make it more maritime reflective. And we've got quite an important meeting tomorrow afternoon, local authority, LEP, local industry being represented, and then the head teachers of all their feeder schools coming together to learn a bit more about the sector, learn about the careers programme, and learn about labour market information and opportunities for young people, so that their students are best prepared for what's available for them on their doorstep. So looking forward to that. CPD sessions this week, we're doing two, one for Job Centre Plus work coaches, and at this moment in time I think there's 90 people registered for that one. We had 93 or 94 at the last one that we did, so hopefully the numbers will match that, but that's a fair chunk of if you think of key influencers and the number of people potentially that they can be talking to about the sector, to get the best part of 100 work coaches in one place at one time learning about it is obviously terrific. Also doing our monthly meeting with Inspiring the Future, so to talk about our industry ambassadors programme. So we have 113 now. We have collectively spoken to 12,600 children. That blows my mind every time I get the updates on the numbers, the impact that this is having. We'll be talking about the success of the programme to date and how we might take it forward next year, and planning to be even bigger and even more, have even greater impact. And then lastly, I am delivering some training on Thursday evening for RYA staff. So people in their positions often find themselves as kind of informal careers advisors. And it's for me to make sure that I help them learn more about parts of the sector that they might have less knowledge of, so they feel better able to answer the questions that people who are learning to sail naturally ask about job opportunities in the sector. So lots of variety this week. We're having a big impact, and I am hugely grateful for all the partners who are supporting us in delivering the programme. I'll talk to you again next week. Bye for now.